Hey y'all, it's your boy Street, and today's video I'm gonna be talking about a body part that I love working out the most. I'm talking about legs, man. I'm talking about those big chunky boys that you got in the lower body. Let me tell you something. If you're not working out your legs, I don't know what you're doing. But I'm just gonna be breaking down the workout that I did for this week, showing you my thought process, what I'm looking for to make sure that each lift that I do is as efficient as possible. And I'm excited to show you what I got. All right, let's go. So here's what we got on the agenda today. We have pause squats, which we all know squats are such a great exercise for your whole body overall. We have Romanian deadlifts and step ups. We also have leg extension holds, which aren't really used as much as opposed to the leg extension machine. And then we also have hamstring curls. I got footage for all of them, and I'm gonna show you how I approach things. So one of the most important things that I do here is I approach the bar, and I make sure that the bar is spread evenly across the rack. The reason why I do that is so that I make sure that when I do take the bar off the rack and is resting on my traps in between my shoulder blades, that it is distributed evenly. Because if the weight isn't distributed evenly, then it's gonna mess up your whole lift. And I'm doing some type of dance here. I can't even tell you what it is, but I'm just gonna let you know right now, whatever zone that you choose to be in the gym, please do it. Don't worry about all the other people around you. You are there at the gym for yourself, for you to work out and to better yourself. That's the reason why you're there. So, if other people are gonna look at you for, doing a little dance or having your own rap concert or whatever other concert that you wanna have, who cares about what they think, man? One of the most important things you can say with any type of exercise that you have a routine. Like for my routine here is I always have my right foot out, I always have my arms extended, my hands around the bar, and I wrap my hands around the bar a couple times just so I can actually feel the bar. Afterwards, square up, line up under the bar, and as you see, as I move my arms basically a couple times, because I'm doing that so I can make sure that I lock that bar in place and to make sure that it's in the exact spot that I need it to be. Because there's different type of squats that you can do that require different bar placements and whatnot. Keeping that consistent every time is gonna make sure that you have a great lift every time. Fully contracted right here, gonna take the barbell off the bar, make sure that my feet are squared up, same width as my shoulder blades. And you may have noticed I may have taken like 2 or 3 steps away from the bar. And the less steps that you can take, which means that is less energy that you are gonna have to exert and more energy that you have for your lift. Because whenever you have any type of load on your back, and especially when you get into heavier load, you need to be able to hold as much energy as possible in order for you to complete your lift. As always, make sure that you take a deep breath because you are able to keep constant tension throughout your whole body. Make sure that your core is engaged. As you see right here, taking a really big breath, real slow descent, and then I bring the weight back up. I'm keeping track of what my body is doing. Am I leaning to one side? Is my heel on one side of my body lifting up a little bit, possibly? Like, this is a whole body movement. Everything is in tension. Your core is tight, your shoulders squeezing up against the barbell. This is why I am slowly descending on the way down and keeping track of how my body's doing, what my body is, how is it interacting on different stages of the lift. That's why I kind of feel stabilization in your form should be at the forefront almost before you even put weight on the bar, and don't even think about trying to like ego lift or whatever, because when that's good and your stabilization is good, your form's good, everything's on point, the weight's going to carry itself. Next up, we got Romanian deadlifts. Such a great exercise for hamstrings. So if you take a look here, obviously it's almost as if you're setting up the same way as a deadlift. Obviously, for me, I always have my feet placed about shoulder width. Make sure that I have my lats engaged here properly, bring the weight up. And the most important thing when you're performing these is the hinge type of movement that you do at your hips. Your back shouldn't be rounded when doing this movement. Core is engaged as always, but if you look here, the hinge movement, you see how I'm hinging on my hips, my butt's poking out, don't mind it. all the way down, just like that, as much as you can, so that you feel a really great stretch. And it'll vary by person, but you just want to make sure when you do perform this that the hinge is absolutely evident. You're not rounding your back, making sure that your core is engaged, and that you feel it in your hamstrings. When you are holding the bar with an overhand grip like I am, you know, it does get a little bit tiring. So like, feel free to use any type of straps or anything like that. There's no shame in doing that, like, whatsoever. Next up, we got some step ups, and absolutely great for conditioning the lower body, quads, hamstrings, as well as the glutes. Because I'm telling you right now, who doesn't like a nice butt, y'all? Let's just be real. Let's just be honest, man. Like, it actually works the forearms too a little bit, because depending on how much weight that you are holding for like your step ups, your forearms are gonna be freaking burning after you do a couple of these. And you know, want to make sure obviously core is engaged. And the reasons why I love doing step ups is because you have the ability to strengthen each leg, right? It's not like they're working as a unit, they're working individually. So this is a great way for you to assess any type of muscle imbalances, which we all have, because if you're right side dominant like I'm very right side dominant. My left side is definitely a little bit weaker. So this would be able to gauge about how weaker it is, and I could slowly focus on strengthening my left side. Just make sure when you're performing this movement that you're not using the leg that's not on the box to push yourself up. Make sure that you're using the foot that is on the box to push your way up. This bad boy right here, this is a secret gem that I love so much, the leg extension holds, and we're using the easy bar with this. And this is a great substitute for if your leg extension machine is broken at the gym, which currently it is at mine, but you can still get some awesome quad activation here. How you're gonna perform this is basically you're gonna have the easy bar at whatever weight you would like, but honestly, for something like this, you should get something relatively light. That easy bar right there is about 30 pounds. And you, where the bar curves, you hook that onto your ankle. And if that's uncomfortable, you can always get one of those pads and put that over it so that you don't really feel the weight of the bar piercing your ankles. And basically, all that you would do is just hold it up just like this, easy. It's absolutely freaking killer. And you can see kind of the contraction that I'm having with my quads right there, my outer quad on my left leg. And basically you just hold that for whatever amount of time. Usually for me, I hold it for about 30 seconds or something. If you do these for about 4 sets, 5 sets, yo, you'll get like an insane freaking pump. It's absolutely crazy. I kid you not, serious. Last but not least, we wrap this workout with hamstring curls. Hamstring curls are an exercise where you don't really need to necessarily go ridiculously heavy on. And the reason why I say that is because when we're performing this exercise, the main point is to make sure that you're feeling the contraction of your hamstrings. Whereas sometimes you may try to flex kind of like your calf to kind of help pull that weight up, but in reality though, you're kind of taken away from the activation on your hamstrings that way. So if you're able to go ahead and keep your calves pretty relaxed, as well as you're making sure that your feet also aren't flexed as well, then you'll get a really freaking insane amount of activation here for your hamstrings. And I love incorporating these all the time. And then afterwards, I actually do this with a single leg, because earlier in my video, I was mentioning that my left side is definitely weaker than my right side. So this is just a way for me to put additional stress, additional tension on my left side to make sure that it does eventually lead up to the same strength as my right side. And yes, that's gonna wrap up this video of my leg workout. Appreciate y'all for watching, and hopefully y'all learned something in terms of how I thought about things, and maybe you want to incorporate that into how you're thinking about stuff. Definitely look forward to all the other type of fitness content that I'm going to be providing on my channel, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it. Take care of yourselves, all right? Stay healthy.